These two variable speed pumps control chilled water flow throughout this building. This chilled water in turn controls probably about 95% of the cooling needs inside of this building. And the variable speed pumps, the way that they work is that these controllers over here vary the speed and therefore how much water is going through the system at any given time to meet just varying needs, depending on whether coils are open or closed or whatever. One of the parts that allow this to do this, each of these pumps has a sensor inside these housings. So there's one here and then there's one over there. And these are pressure sensors, and you see there's a line coming back from this pressure sensor, this copper line, that goes to here. It's attached to this pipe. This is one of the main inlet pipes going. It's the main inlet pipe going to this pump, P4. The pressure here is pretty high. If we come around to this gauge, we'll see that it's around 200 pounds. So it's pretty high pressure. Now I got called in here a couple of nights ago for a water leak. Security guard called me and we didn't know what it was, and he certainly didn't understand it. And what had happened is that a gasket inside of this sensor housing had obviously blown, and so it was sending water along this line here, which is the sensor line, to this box over here. But he didn't understand that, and neither did I at first. And so it looks like there's a junction box, an electrical junction box with a couple of high-powered black electrical lines going to it. So when I showed up, what I saw was pretty frightening, and I'm just going to demonstrate here. So we see we've got this line closed, that's what's feeding the water here. But when I showed up, this is what I saw. Now it looks like a lot of water coming from an electrical junction box there, doesn't it? It's spewing all over the place. It's pretty frightening. But about a minute of sort of backtracking along this line. I had rubber boots and stuff on. I had a lot of PPE on. Showed me what was going on, so it wasn't too difficult to figure out from them that it wasn't a big deal. But it looked pretty frightening at first. As it is right now, we only have control for one pump because this guy won't run properly without getting real sensor readings. So until we get that replaced, we're not going to have real operation of this pump. But the system is kind of redundant, so it works pretty well anyway. Anyway, another day in the life.